No, no. Were you able to talk to some candidate who has already attended over, I mean, the interview? Did you talk to him over phone? No.
So not on phone, but I have seen questions of the message.
Excellent, excellent. Very good. अच्छा, योर मेगा,
Yes.
आपका बारे में बताओ जी.
Okay, sir, as you
No, no.
provided
Imagine we are meeting for
Nepal,
the first time and
I
talk. Imagine we are meeting for the first time and talk so that it will become more or less a real interview.
okay, okay,
Mega, come on, please take your seat. Tell us about yourself. आपका बारे में बताओ जी.
okay. Thank you, sir, for giving me opportunity to tell myself.
Mm,
My name is Megha Khandelwal. I
mm,
belong to Rajasthan. Currently, I am living in capital of the city, New Delhi.
mhm,
I have done BCom honors
mm,
from University Maharani College, Jaipur.
mhm,
After that, I have done MCom,
mm,
and I am a very passionate and hardworking,
mhm,
and I have a good communication skill.
mhm. Good, good. What are the other strengths you have which you think can be put into use for this job, for this N Nehru Yuva Kendra job? Can you suggest, can you tell us some more skills in you that may be of direct relevance for this job?
Sir, for this job, there are many qualities which a candidate needs, like leadership quality, honesty, and positive attitude,
Mm,
good communication skills,
mm,
self motivation,
mm,
problem solving approach, and
mhm,
good knowledge,
mhm.
good knowledge,
Yeah, good, good.
and
Yeah, nice, nice. You were telling about self motivation. उसका मतलब क्या है जी?
self motivation. Like when you get something, when you did not get something which you want, you feel hopeless and you feel like अब हम कुछ नहीं कर सकते, अब हम बहुत फील करते हैं,
Mhm.
बट हमें अपने आप को मोटिवेट करना चाहिए कि नहीं वी कैन डू, और फिर उसे न्यू नए पैटर्न से ऐसे करना चाहिए और फिर डेफिनेटली यू कैन अचीव दैट.
Mhm. मैंने in this interview once they asked, it seems, a candidate, ये जॉब तो आपको बोर लग जाएगा 1 साल 2 साल का बाद में, तब तब क्या करेंगे आप कैसे कंटिन्यू करेंगे?
So yeah, it depends on the interest of the people. Like a reading book is boring for someone, but at the same time it's interesting for another one. So I think this profile is not boring for me. मैंने इसके बारे में बहुत रिसर्च किया और मैंने देखा कि बस मेरे लिए बहुत सूट करता है मुझे, और मैं आई डोंट थिंक कि मैं इससे कभी बोर होंगी. मैं सेल्फ मोटिवेटेड हूँ, मैं कुछ ना कुछ न्यू न्यू करके अपने आप को इससे बोर नहीं होने दूंगी. मैं इस प्रोफाइल में न्यू टेक्निक्स लाके, न्यू इनिशिएटिव लाके मीन्स मैं बोर नहीं होंगी.
Very good, very good, very good. So you say that somehow you will find measures to see you do things differently and try to see that you are not getting bored. Good.
Yes.
What do you think are the factors that are helpful for you, say from your family? Is there any circumstance, anybody who can help you in this job? Though not directly, indirectly, in what way others can be of help to you?
Sir, first, my family never realized me like I am a girl, I can't do. No, they always treat me equally like
Hmm.
a boy, and उन्होंने मुझे हमेशा कॉन्फिडेंस दिलाया है कि you can do in any sector. Definitely, everyone face some unsuccess in their life, but मेरी फैमिली ने मुझे सपोर्ट किया है और मैं इसमें मुझे मोबिलिटी इशू भी नहीं आएगा. आई कैन ट्रेवल एनीवेयर
Mhm. You know to
विद
you know
फुल कॉन्फिडेंस.
you know two-wheeler riding. You know two-wheeler riding. No, scooter driving and all. Do you know that? Hello.
हेलो सर.
You know two-wheeler riding.
यस सर, आई नो.
Very good. Very good. But in a place like Delhi, one cannot drive two wheelers and all that. Your posting, where do you expect your posting will be?
Sir, that will be depends on the organization. I don't know.
But you are basically from which place? Now you are only in Delhi, na?
Yes, sir.
सो तब तो आपको दिल्ली में डालने से भी चिंता नहीं और बाहर बोल डालने से भी प्रॉब्लम नहीं. Correct?
Nice, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
Very
sir.
good. How will you manage when you are posted outside Delhi? मान लीजिए आपको कई जगह about 100 kilometers from दिल्ली में छोड़ दिया, तब क्या करेंगे आप?
Sir, in Delhi now there are adequate transport facilities.
हम्म.
तो मैं तो easily you can travel 100 किलोमीटर और दिल्ली में तो हर every डिस्टेंस बहुत दूर दूर होता है. 1 घंटे में हम दूसरे प्लेस पे जा पाते हैं. तो there will be no issue. I can manage that.
Excellent. Good. You seem to be more confident about that. Now, do you know something about digitalization and the role played by NYKS in this regard?
Uh, yes, so digitalization means then any cash transactions in the form of digitally, in the form of not in the form of physical,
Hmm.
in the form of इलेक्ट्रॉनिक फॉर्म में.
Hmm.
तो अभी मोदी जी ने डिजिटलाइजेशन प्रमोट करने के लिए ही काफी इनिशिएटिव चलाए. लाइक डीमोनेटाइजेशन इज ऑल्सो इन सेंस वो डिजिटलाइजेशन को भी प्रमोट करता है, कैशलेस इकोनॉमी. और जो एनवाईकेएस है उसने अपने वॉलंटियर्स के थ्रू यूथ के थ्रू इन सम विलेजेस आई थिंक और पीपल्स को अवेयर कराया है डिजिटलाइजेशन के बारे में, स्कीम्स के बारे में, और प्रमोट किया है गवर्नमेंट की स्कीम्स को.
Good. But I suggest don't mention about demonetization. जरूरत नहीं.
ओके ओके.
Don't bring it into the picture. Otherwise, they will ask your views regarding demonetization, as it achieved its purpose and all that. In the real interview, again, certainly there will be questions relating to demonetization and some problems regarding that and all. Okay,
ओके ओके.
good. So it doesn't matter. Now, what are the other areas in which NYKS is taking initiatives and making achievements?
MBKI is doing very good work. I have read success stories on their website. There I read that a person who belonged to I think 16 and he was very shy and वो बहुत ही अपने आप बहुत shy person था. लोग जब people make fun of him, he feels so humiliated and sit at the home. When he came to in contact with the NYK volunteer, तो उन्होंने उसको ट्रेनिंग दिया और now he become a yoga instructor and meditation and he gives lessons on the meditation. This
Excellent.
is the example of how NYK is doing very well in promoting youth.
This is okay. What you said is right about an individual or only a few boys or girls. But can you think of the initiative of NYKS in terms of large numbers, say a group about 30-40 people? ऐसा मतलब groups का क्या सर्विस दे सकते
Okay.
हैं?
The NYKs play role in there are many initiatives like Ek Bharat, Shresth Bharat and Fit India Mission, International Yoga Day, Poshan Abhiyan, and for the Tribal Youth Exchange Program, Youth Parliament. There are many programs for the development of the youth and they are successful.
Good, good, good. So why do you prefer this job?
Sir, because NYKS it mainly work for the youth, and I want this is the organization where you get monetary benefits as well as inner satisfaction also. Like I am doing something for my nation to develop the youth. If I join this organization, I feel like I am doing something great for my nation's youth, and it gives many opportunities to you to do work for the rural areas.
Very
So
good. Yeah.
so I think this fulfills voluntary as well as mentally mentally and inner satisfaction they will give me.
Good. How can we reduce poverty in our country?
So poverty is a major problem of country, and by providing employment to the people, or by providing some like government running many schemes for the to remove poverty to the youth को हम some youth are unemployed, so they face poverty. So हम उन्हें training देंगे like to develop their skills so that they can get employment and remove poverty. एग्रीकल्चर में उन्हें प्रमोट करेंगे, नई नई टेक्निक्स उन्हें ट्रेन करेंगे जिससे वो अपने एग्रीकल्चर में जो उसको इम्प्रूव कर सके, अपनी पॉवर्टी को दूर कर सके.
Good. Yeah. Now, you told about agriculture and all, but in agricultural field, there are so many problems people are experiencing. There are some suicides and all that. What role can NYKS play in regard to, say, educating people properly?
So basically NYKS work in this because वो लोगों को एजुकेट करने में ही वर्क करता है, डिफरेंट मोटिव को लेके उन्हें एक्सप्लेन करने में. तो NYKS रूरल एरियाज में कैंप ऑर्गेनाइज करके वहाँ के पीपल्स को जो एग्रीकल्चर में न्यू टेक्निक्स आ रही है, न्यू हाउ टू इम्प्रूव सीड क्वालिटी और कैसे इरिगेशन को इम्प्रूव किया जाए, और जो गवर्नमेंट उनके लिए स्कीम चला रही है लाइक फसल प्रधानमंत्री फसल बीमा योजना, किसान सम्मान निधि योजना, किसान पेंशन योजना, उनके बारे में उन्हें अवेयर कराए जिससे वो प्रॉपर बेनिफिट ले सके. और फिर यूथ को न्यू ट्रेनिंग दिया जाए, न्यू टेक्नोलॉजी एग्रीकल्चर बेस्ड, जिससे वो अपने एग्रीकल्चर को इम्प्रूव कर सके.
गुड. अटल पेंशन स्कीम का बारे में क्या जानते?
Atal pension scheme is those BPS family which comes in this category and not earning enough, so government उन्हें monthly pension उन्हें provide करती है अगर वो उसको criteria fulfill करते हैं. Don't know much about it.
Yeah. Oh, good. Okay. Then recently, the price of onion has been rising very high.
Yeah, sure.
What is roughly, I think it is nearing 150 or 200 rupees per kilo. I'm not sure how much it is in your place, but here yesterday it was 180 rupees or so. So, NYKS, can it play some role in this regard, or do they play something in this field?
It can.
Yeah.
It can play a role. Like onion price is increasing everywhere. Everyone knows. Farmers, now I'm not able to do.
That's a very tough question. You can as well say this is an area where possibly NYKS may not be directly participating in it, in the activities. For example, today it is the rise of price of onion. Tomorrow it can be rise in price of say wheat or something else. So for that, different departments will have to take care in increasing the say supply to the market, and so that the price is reduced. Okay, or increase the imports so that the price of onion comes down. Good, very nice. How do you think, what about your position? Say, supposing you are given appointment here, say after 5 6 years, how do you see yourself?
If I given appointment, I will be a successful device in this organization, and definitely मैंने कुछ यूथ के लिए और जिस एरिया में मेरा एडवाइस होगा मैंने डेफिनेटली उसके लिए बहुत अपलिफ्टमेंट में वर्क किए होंगे, और सर्वे के अकॉर्डिंग अगर रिपोर्ट देखोगे तो डेफिनेटली वो एरिया डेवलप हो चुका होगा.
Good. Now, did you check up about the number of NYKS near your place, that is in Delhi?
Delhi is nine NYKS.
Acha, what is the nearest one from where you are now staying?
So my nearest one is Safdarjung area. Yeah,
Oh,
they
oh,
are
good, good.
there.
No, no, I'm asking because to find out whether you have taken interest in knowing about it. In fact, if it is not, when is your interview tomorrow?
So mine is 17th, last day.
17th.
Yes,
अच्छा,
sir.
oh, there is another guy also, Sanjay Kumar. उनको भी 17th में है. अच्छा, ठीक है. But you have the advantage. Why don't you try to visit nearest NYKS and talk to some staff members to find out about what is their role, how they are implementing it, and all that. Just get knowledge personally that it can be made use of by you while talking in the interview.
Okay, so
But don't think they will not they may initially hesitate. Oh, but you can, if you see the notice boards and all that बाहर में, उसमें भी आपको और कुछ ज़्यादा point मिल सकता है.
okay.
I'm not sure what kind of information you will get, but this will be useful for you. Okay, now what do you know about Swachh Bharat Mission?
Swachh Bharat Mission is run by in the 2015 by the Modi government, and its main focus is to improve sanitation and promote and to remove and open reception, and in this scheme many toilet is constructed in the villages, and it is started of the 2 October of the Mahatma Gandhi, because Mahatma Gandhi also promotes this. Definitely we have achieved काफी हद तक हमने इसको अचीव कर लिया है स्वच्छ भारत मिशन में. इन मेनली सैनिटेशन और क्लीननेस को प्रमोट करता है.
Good, very good. You're talking confidently. That's really good. So, what is yoga?
योगा सर, yoga is mainly promotes peace and harmony.
Do you believe in that?
What, sir?
Do you believe in that?
Yes, sir, I believe.
Very good. Excellent.
I I definitely believe in, because when the meditation which we do in this just really make you peaceful. But sometimes it makes you peaceful, definitely.
Are you aware of the Tribal Youth Exchange Program?
Sir, I have read that, but now I'm not able to recall that. But
Tribal
it's
Youth
also
Exchange Program year दिया है to provide an opportunity to the tribal youth of 30 selected districts of 7 states for exposure visit to 10 different places of the country to understand the cultural ethos, language, lifestyles of the people, depicting socio-economic and cultural development, to expose the tribal youth to the technological industrial advancement, to sensitize the tribal youth about the rich traditional cultural heritage, to help the tribal youth to develop emotional linkages with their peer groups, to provide opportunities to participants for interactions with Honorable President of India, Prime Minister and CM, Governor and other VIPs, the local communities, to develop personality of tribal youth by enhancing their understanding of 10 core life skills. This is a very good point which you can use in many other areas. Life skills, soft skills or life skills. Identify their skills development, to provide exposure to industry and skill development, to provide literature on development schemes of the center and state pertaining to tribals. Okay?
okay.
So likewise, this also can be known. You just read once again, that will be helpful. Otherwise, you have already studied very well. You are able to answer well, and you have 4 more days before you be reading. Prepare a lot, and I think they are not asking questions on current affairs and all. Jada.
Yes, sir, ज़्यादा वो current affairs, they are asking situation based questions. I have some questions.
Yeah, please ask me.
So, like, if you win 5 lakhs in lottery, what will you do? Then what should be the answer?
Good question. If you win 5 lakhs,
Yes, sir.
if I win 5 lakhs, I will use that money. Say for 10% of it, I may donate it for some charitable purposes. Balance, I will use it. Say for starting of some enterprise or business within the money that is available, after allocating some balance money for my family's needs also. So possibly 4 lakhs I maybe use it for starting some business, and say about 50,000 I will give for charitable work, and balance 50,000 maybe I'll be using it for my family's luxuries and needs that are required.
Okay.
Or
Excellent answer, sir.
yeah, next question.
Sir, how to deal with the study of areas where electricity is not present?
Super. अच्छा, are there areas where there is no electricity? हमने सुना है almost all the areas have been provided with electricity, barring some instances during say floods and other times there may be cut in the what is that power supply. So now what is the question? How do we manage in areas where there is no power supply?
Yes, sir.
We have to use other fuels and try to have light that is being used in that area and try to maximize that, and because of lack of light we should not stop the progress of the area.
Okay, okay. And sir, uh, that is why you सब गवर्नमेंट को गंदा बोलते हैं तो तुम गवर्नमेंट सेक्टर क्यों ज्वाइन करना चाहते हो प्राइवेट क्यों नहीं
Good question. The answer is very clear. We all want job secure, but you can't tell it openly. आपने ये बोलना है आजकल the salary paid by in government sector is good compared to private. Also, it is good, and there is also scope for revision or increase every time a pay commission comes, and also there is possibilities for promotions within the government department, and above all a sense of satisfaction or prestige in working in the government.
Okay.
That's what we can see, but it doesn't mean everything they can agree. They can counter you also. You must be able to defend that.
But sir, I
Basic,
am ready for that.
या बेसिकली क्या है, क्वेश्चन जो भी आंसर आप दे रहे हैं उसका बारे में आपको सपोर्टिंग आइडिया होना चाहिए, लेकिन वो तो इट शुड नॉट बी अडमेंट और अरेगेंट.
Okay.
समझ गया?
Okay. Okay.
या और पूछिए नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन.
Sir, how will you attract the Muslim community for polio vaccination if they are constantly opposing it?
Good. Polio vaccination. The only thing is you have to tell them that I will try to talk to them, telling the advantages about it and find out who is a person who can influence their views. Some leader who can influence their views, and get the contact with him and first satisfy him so that I'll be able to carry the message to the people.
Okay.
I mean,
Uh,
this is not a definite answer, but this is one of the answers.
yes, sir. And the next question is, if you have to manage three villages of different cultures, different castes, of totally different nature, economically and socially, then how will you manage and what will your priority in development in their villages?
Good. See, now I am in charge of three different areas. There, the culture is different. So, whenever I deal with the people of that particular community, I will find ways and measures that are suited for their upliftment and satisfying their immediate needs. So, I will concentrate on that area wise. And among the three areas, which area is to be given more importance? It will depend upon the intensity of the problem and nature of issues prevalent. And if it is one that needs immediate attention, then I will attend to that. For example, in some areas, immediately floods have come. Above everything, that is more important. Do you understand? Whereas, say digitalization can go in that area slowly. That is not a problem. So I will postpone that later on. And that is prioritization करवा देंगे. Prioritization करने का बाद में असमपि उसको सोच देके हम ठीक से इम्प्लीमेंट करेंगे so that I am able to achieve results.
ओके एंड सर मैंने पूछा व्हाट स्कीम यू वांट टू इम्प्लीमेंट फॉर द यूथ। आप यूथ के लिए क्या करना चाहेंगे, क्या स्कीम लाना चाहेंगे, क्या इनिशिएटिव लेना चाहेंगे?
Good. This is, I think I have also asked some of the candidates. Here you can choose any one of the areas and tell you will how will you arrange for groups work and all that. For example, Swachh Bharat Mission or some other one where people run and collect something litters from the ground. So some such
इंडिया
initiative. So you can tell them that I will give importance for that and I will arrange for convincing the people to be present and participate so that we can achieve good results.
ओके एंड सर दे आस्किंग हाउ वी मैनेजिंग आवर डेमोग्राफी एंड कैन इट बी अ पेन फॉर कंट्री।
Pardon, demography.
डेमोग्राफी को हम कैसे मैनेज कर रहे हैं हमारी गवर्नमेंट, और क्या ये हमारे लिए पेन है, डून और पेन लाइक?
हमको पहले पता ही नहीं डेमोग्राफी का मतलब क्या बोलते हैं. Demography means study of statistics such as births, deaths, income, or the incidence of disease which illustrate the changing structure of human population.
यस
Okay.
सर।
Demography means the study of statistics such as births, deaths, income, or the incidence of disease which illustrate the changing structure of human populations. This is a very important one because a country only when it is aware of the population's increase or needs they can take steps for implementing schemes suitable or necessary for that particular group of people. So births, deaths and all, we have a system by which people are advised to get the births registered and deaths registered, and also um, the collection of details is being also done periodically about what is the income of the people and which disease is prevalent. For example, in some areas where you get malaria, then you can take steps for eliminating the presence of mosquitoes by, say, using some medicines and all that. Okay.
ओके
So likewise, if some areas you have problems of cholera and all that, so in neatness is to be improved. So steps can be taken for improving that one. So whatever disease which is contagious, spreadable, उसको prevention के लिए क्या करना है वो steps लेना पड़ता है. एंड ये तो तकलीफ काम है लेकिन government has to do this in the interest of ensuring the safety of the people because a country's progress depends on the well-being of the citizens, especially the working population from 16 to 60 years age. उन लोग का हेल्थ अच्छा होना है और मेंटल हेल्थ भी बढ़िया होना है.
ओके
So some such answers you can give, but it is not that whatever I say is the correct answer. But thoda, for example, if this question had been asked to me in the real interview, I will ask, sir, what is demography, sir? हमको पता नहीं. Really, I was not knowing. I had to go through the searching of this Google. Then only I could get it.
ओके
So don't hesitate to get clarifications.
ओके
Good. I think we have talked for nearly 30 minutes. Good.
ओके
30, yeah.
आई कैन आस्क मोर क्वेश्चन?
Yeah, you ask questions. Whatever answers I can tell you. Please ask.
ओके
एंड हमने अभी हम आंसर कर देते हैं इसका बारे में. आप तो एक साल में प्रेजेंट करके एक मेल में भेजने से तो इतना बढ़िया होगा. हम कैंडिडेट्स को भी शेयर कर देंगे. अभी तो ये कैंडिडेट सुनेंगे. इसका अलावा हम तो आपको क्वेश्चंस, रिटर्न क्वेश्चंस को ब्लॉग में डाल देगा.
ओके
अच्छा,
आई विल सेंड यू द क्वेश्चन।
या टेल मी नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन.
So how will you tackle bribe case if you someone is giving you bribe or your high authority, तो आपसे कैसे tackle करेंगे bribe case को?
Yeah, so I have been brought up by my parents that accepting bribes is not good, and I have been told that I have to manage within the income I have, and once if I take a bribe, it will become a corrupt. I mean, it will become a continuous practice, and I will be totally corrupt. So I will avoid it to the maximum extent and no, say no. That is how it has to be. Otherwise, पहले बार जब हम लोग पैसे लेते हैं थोड़ा दुख लगेगा, सेकेंड टाइम थोड़ा कम दुख लगेगा, थर्ड टाइम आप तो डिमांड कर लेगा.
Yes, sir.
Especially you people who are going to work in government departments, you have to be very careful. But इसमें क्या problem है, आप you are not corruptible, you are not taking bribes. नीचे level fellows, if they do some mischiefs,
Yes, sir.
or upper level fellows, if they do some mischiefs,
Yes. Right.
yeah, that's a very ticklish issue. How do you are going to manage? Majority of them normally they close their eyes, and some of them they also take and then go ahead with that. So that is why our country, is getting corrupted to this extent. Practically, what will happen is you will not do anything. You will have to just sit, accept, and go ahead with that. Theoretically, आपने क्या बोल सकता है? If possible, I may inform his boss also. But invariably, in such cases, what happens? बॉस करप्ट होने से उनका बॉस भी करप्ट हो जाते हैं.
Yes.
ये तो बोलना आसान है, but tackling in real life is tough.
Yes.
Good. Next question.
Sir, what should be the youth age according to you?
What is the youth age?
Yes, sir.
You,
अभी according to youth policy 15 to 29 है.
yeah. Oh, that is fine. 15, of course, people do not work. So, if possible, it can be increased to 18 to 33.
Okay.
That is my view. It can be different. But, however, the efforts have to be taken to see that people are kept active and possess positive attitude so that even after they are becoming old, they can continue to be of benefit to the organization or the group or the country.
Okay.
Next question.
Sir, आप are you market of NYKS? NYKS को कैसे promote करोगे market में?
Super. NYKS actually is not question of marketing. NYKS is not going to get any money, is not going to sell anything. But what it is going to do is to make people aware of its presence so that people can make use of its services. So, to that extent, I will use all the methodologies like announcing over mic or distributing through pamphlets or communicating through word of mouth publicity. Okay.
Okay.
But ये सब क्वेश्चन क्यों पूछ रहा है? आर यू एबल टू थिंक डिफरेंटली एंड आंसर? ये सबको तो एक ही आंसर नहीं होगा और दी करेक्ट आंसर कुछ नहीं होगा.
Yes, sir.
अच्छा, और कुछ?
इसका ये कि आप अपने किस इनिशिएटिव को इसमें जाके सबसे पहले आप क्या करोगे?
सुपर 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 सुपर.
तो आप सबसे पहले क्या करोगे? कैसे जाके विलेजेस में अपनी स्कीम्स को बताओगे और कैसे मैक्सिमम यूथ का पार्टिसिपेशन लाओगे?
Good question. See again, I will after the going to the village, I will try to find what is the need for that particular village. Try to be closer to them, talk to them in their language, get closer to them, especially the youth people, and try to convince them about the advantages or usefulness of various schemes we are implementing, and request their participation and enlist their cooperation.
Okay.
Good. Next, any other question?
Yes, so they asked why Nathuram killed Gandhiji. They cannot anything in any field.
Yeah, Nathuram. Yeah, he thought Nathuram. I mean, this is based on what we read in papers or books only. Nathuram Godse felt that Gandhiji was more favoring the other community, that resulted in, uh, say, our community being, I mean, Hindu community being neglected or put into difficulties. I mean, that is my view. It may not be correct. But in an interview, you can say whatever you feel correct, you can tell that. Godse felt Gandhiji was at wrong, and he has done mistake in trying to be more liberal to Muslims. समझ गए आपको?
Okay.
ये सच बात है. इसका वजह से तो उन्होंने क्या किया, कंट्री को भी डिवाइड करा दिया. और डिवाइड करने के समय पर इतना तकलीफ हो गया लोग को. यू मस्ट बी नोइंग, यू आर इन दिल्ली, must have seen some movies also in Hindi. Thousands and lakhs of people who travel from India to Pakistan and Pakistan to India, people suffered enormously.
Yes.
Even before independence, also there were a lot of Hindu Muslim riots, and as a result, yeah, possibly Nathuram Godse felt Gandhiji was wrong. By saying this, I do not try to support his views. But obviously, it is also true. Any problem is always having different say perceptions. कोई प्रॉब्लम किसी ने फील करता है ये सही है, दूसरा फील करता है वो रॉन्ग है. For example, in an examination hall, the examiner is permitting students to consult each other. Is it correct or wrong?
It depends on circumstances. Some it is right, but some are not right. How?
No, no, totally it is wrong. But North India में तो ये तो सही रहता है, उसमें तो कोई गलती नहीं. North India में तो they don't mind it. People copying this side, that side, and all that. And if that teacher is going to object, he may be given certain threats also. That is also a possibility. That is also another issue under the circumstances. So easily, so we can't say that a teacher allowing people is correct. बिल्कुल wrong है. You know, you are allowing in North India, but South India में क्या होगा? इधर तो allow नहीं है.
But North India में allowed नहीं है.
नहीं नहीं बाबा, हमने हमने again I go by what I see from reports only. बिहार में एजुकेशन में 12 क्लास 10th क्लास एग्जाम के लिए तो परीक्षा लिखने के समय पर लोग तो they enter give answers through windows and all that. People climb through the pipes and all that. इतना खराब काम करते हैं. अब possibly अभी कम हो गया.
ओपनली नहीं होता है. Like तो ये क्राइम नहीं है. बट हाँ वैसे पेपर लीक हो जाते हैं.
पेपर खाली पेपर लीक नहीं, आंसर को लिख को कैंडिडेट का हाथ में दे के लिखने का बोलता है. और आपने ये फिल्म देखा नहीं, हम पता नहीं, चीट इंडिया बोल के एक मूवी आया था. इन्हें हम देखा था जब हम अमेरिका से इंडिया आने के समय पर. कहते पैसिफिक एयरलाइंस में 3-4 पिक्चर्स देखा था. उसका अंदर में ये भी एक पिक्चर है. इसमें बात यही है, one boy is very clever, he is passing in the examination and scoring good marks in quota, and that boy is made to write imposter for others. You follow what I say?
Yes.
And after that he extends it to MBA admissions and all that. But that in the end, say whatever is said, it is all said, it is wrong only. But अभी भी चलता है ना. Otherwise, you know, a place like Madhya Pradesh, there is a big scandal that went for so many years. अभी भी solve नहीं हुआ. And anybody who is giving witness for that dies next month. That what is the name of that scam? I have forgotten. आपको याद है?
No, sir, I don't remember.
Yeah, doesn't matter. Let us not remember wrong things. No problem. Oh, one minute. I can easily find out what is that scandal in very famous, you know, MP. Scandal. It still it happened during Congress government. It continued during what is that, BJP. Now again Congress has come. Yeah. In education. 1 minute. So any other question? You are feeling very tired.
So last question, what will you do if you find a cobra in your room?
Cobra in your room.
Yes, so this is not related to NYKS, but generally they are.
Yeah, yeah. If I find a cobra, first thing is I will run away from the room. That is what I will do, and I will try to inform the people who are experts in catching that wildlife, so that it can be caught and sent again to the forest.
Okay.
I mean, the question is, are you going to say I'm going to hit it? That is not correct.
Yes, so definitely. You can't hit because
Vyapam scam. VYAPAM. Vyapam scam.
so I heard about it. We are from
Vyapam scam was an entrance examination admission, a recruitment scam that was unearthed in the Indian state of Madhya Pradesh in the year 2013. It involves scamsters, including politicians, senior, junior officials, businessmen, systematically employing imposters to write papers, manipulate exam hall seating arrangements, and supply forged answer sheets by bribing officials.
Okay.
I am reading from Wikipedia.
Yes, but when you said a name Vyapam scam, I remember that yes, I had about it.
Yeah, very good. Any other question? Otherwise, I really appreciate you, Mega, for asking such wonderful questions which are being asked, so that the way I have answered is not the correct answer, but this will help the other candidates to frame their own answers also.
Yeah, exactly, sir. And the rest question I will send you by email.
Please send it through email. And if necessary, I will ask those questions to the candidates and then try to give the answers also.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Best wishes. I think you have done a good research work, and luckily you have your interview very much afterwards, 17th or so. Last batch, last day, I think so.
Yes, sir, last day. So now review my interview. Give me marks
I,
from 10.
out of 10, I will give you 9, 9 plus.
Okay, thank you, sir. Last time you gave me 8.5.
Oh, I don't know. I can't remember things, because I don't think there is need for remembering as long as
Yes, sir,
I
definitely
answer.
you feel lot of students, but I remember because it was my
Yeah, I answer spontaneously, and I maintain only the names and numbers, and I don't write the marks, I give them and all. And even if I write there, I cannot see it again. It's a problem.
okay. Even the questions will be very helpful. After the questions, which काफी questions candidates से पूछे interview में.
Yeah, yeah.
Same question.
Yeah, same question they are asking also. And that is why our LIC AAO, SBI PO, LIC ADO, both success हो गया.
Yes, sir.
Either though number of students is not much. So let us see. I think at least 10, 15 people will come out successful. I wish you also succeed.
Thank you, sir.
Best wishes. Thank you. Today is 12th. If necessary, we can talk on 15th or 16th, depending on your mental makeup. Again, I'm going to ask the similar questions only. And again, you have to answer them. Okay.
It is no problem. I will give you.
Okay. Best
Okay,
wishes.
okay.
Best wishes. Thank you.
Thanks, sir. Thank you.